Okay, what is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video of the preview. This one's going to be a really short and weird one because there's 4 games this week. 4 games. So there's not really much I can say. Add to that, I had another time to put it out earlier. But it doesn't really matter. There's nothing anyone can say apart from get players in that you think are going to play for these teams. And make sure you got 3 Liverpool. I'll get in the video right now. But I'm going to talk a little bit about all 4 fixtures, 2 in the first bit, then we're going to move on to all the fantasy total in 1, then we're going to do the other 2 later on in the video. So basically, yeah, apologies for the video, not much we can do this game week. First 2 fixtures, here we go. So the first 2 fixtures we're talking about, Bournemouth, West Brom and Huddersfield, Crystal Palace. Bournemouth, West Brom is an interesting one because naturally you'd say West Brom are to lose, but if Pardew can reignite the steely Pulis spirit that is obviously somewhere in West Brom, maybe they can get 3 points. I do think, although Bournemouth are favourites for that, they're fragile at the back, so any Bournemouth defenders you may have could be at risk. Then also it could be a couple of goals to nil for Bournemouth. I don't think Pardew's West Brom is too good. I think they would have stayed up under Pulis. I think it was the wrong decision to get rid of him. I think everyone said it at the time, and to get Pardew in is the wrong way around. It's meant to be Pardew, then Pulis, not Pulis, then Pardew. It just makes no sense. I do think Pardew needs to drop down division to prove he can take a team up before he's to manage again. Anyone else that hires him in this league is insane. In my eyes, is insane, especially after how he's dealt with this West Brom and changed people like Gareth Barry to be car thieves. So, yeah, anyway, Bournemouth, I think, coming into this, I think are strong favourites. I think you may be looking at your Junior Stanislas if they're fit, your Callum Wilson, I've got him in my team. Didn't bring him in already, he's been in my team for a long while. Really losing money on him, not gonna lie, really losing money on him, I believe, but he's getting there. He's getting there. He hasn't scored in too long, Callum Wilson. I think that's 5 straight 2-pointers, but 2 points. If he starts and plays over 60, that's 2 points more than you'd get for players that aren't playing. So he's a good shot. He's a good wild card, especially the state of West Brom at the moment. I think he's could be on to score. But that's an interesting game. The second interesting one is Huddersfield versus Crystal Palace. That's a real 50-50 one for me. Huddersfield could potentially win that, and I also wouldn't count out Crystal Palace. I think it's probably the most evenly matched game of these 4. I think Huddersfield have got to go into it favourites. I think potentially even a clean sheet as well. You may be looking at the likes of Schindler, Heidegonage, Zanka, anyone like that. I think Schindler's got to be the favourite. He's definitely Tim Potklop's favourite player, I believe, behind Darren Moy. And I think Wagner is doing a good job there. On the other side, you've got Crystal Palace. They've got the attacking flair. They've spent a lot of money on their attack. The money that Huddersfield haven't been able to spend. They've had Premier League debuts, and Palace are looking at so many consecutive years in the Premier League. Don't like the club, but like Hodgson, so I'd like them to stay up this season potentially. Hodgson to resign and then go down next season. I don't really want to see it happen to Hodgson, but realistically looking at it, I think Huddersfield to nil could be a good option, but the players that Crystal Palace have could go either way. They've had a lot of clean sheets, these 2, for the positions they're at. I think it could be potentially even a 0-0. So let's then run through the teams and the fantasy totes I've got. We've got Dream Team, we've got, I don't really need to say anything else, do I? I'll do my Dream Team and you can gather the rest, but obviously fantasy tote, fantastic place. This week, you'll see better weeks because there's only 8 teams you can pick from. But this week, I do think it's going to be a good week for me. I've got Pickford in goal. I'm going with a 3-4-3. I've got Schindler, Baines and Francis at the back. I've got Salah, Brunt, Moy and Mane in midfield with Depoitre, Wilson and Firmino up top. Personally, it's the best you can do. I think I've got to have coverage for a lot of the teams, and I have done that. I think the only teams I've left out are Palace, Stoke and Watford. Stoke I can't see doing much. Palace I'm just not sure on who to bring in, and Watford because I think West Brom have always got the chance, and I think Chris Brunt is definitely the right person to have in for that. Bit of a risk, and of course captain is Salah. Yeah, so that's my fantasy tote. Dream Team. Then you have the five side, in which I've gone for the Liverpool game, obviously. Gomez, Holebas, Mane, Salah, Firmino. Again, need I say more, he's the top scoring defender. I'm not going for a Liverpool goalkeeper, and you've got the 3 attackers, so yeah, need I say more, captain? Take a guess. And then we've also, not to forget, the star club and star player, and yeah, again, Liverpool star club, Salah star player. Safe bet, simple bet. I think it's going to be a good bet personally. And you've always got to, sit back and just think, what else is there to do? What else is there to do this game week? So that's my bets for this week. Let's see you guys on there as well. Finally, we've got the last 2 fixtures. You've got Stoke versus Everton, Liverpool versus Watford. From one side, Liverpool, who's playing away, Stoke versus Everton. I can see that being a win for Everton. Potentially both teams to score. I've got Baines in my fantasy tote because I feel like if they are going to concede, he's the one who's going to be going forward. So Everton there for me are the ones to be placing your bets on. I did have Sigurdsson, I had to get rid of him because he's injured. So Cenk Tosun, Theo Walcott, Leighton Baines would be your 3 players if you're going to triple up and go mental on it for a free hit. But you've also got Liverpool versus Watford. Salah, Firmino, Mane. That's about it. The only other options you've really got realistically are to go with Trent AA and Robertson, or Trent AA or Robertson I should say, but you can't really do much else than that really. And that happens to be that for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully the FA Cup is good, because this is going to be boring this game week. But what else can we do? Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and peace.